What happened there, but let's kick things off again.
Hello, I'd like to report a bug.
No, I know what happened. You shot down the server rooms because we were talking shit.
Yes, he did.
No, I heard my name called, so I tried to join.
How did you hear your name called?
I have spies. I have
He has a bug, bro.
everywhere.
He used one of his other Reddit accounts.
No, I was in. I was waiting for you guys to pull me up.
Well, now you're up. Mission solved.
Spaghetti Slurp 3000.
So I heard spaghetti slurp, so I had to enter.
I just want to say, like, the amount of spaghetti slurping is like decreasing exponentially every time. Like, it gets, like, actually linearly every time it gets mentioned. 9,000, 6,000, now 3,000. Next time it's just gonna be spaghetti slurp.
Rumors of the magnitude of my spaghetti slurp have been greatly exaggerated. So I have a confession.
Oh no.
I accidentally ended the talk.
As a listener?
No, so I was in the audience. I had my hand raised, but it said NSFW, and I think it was that bug where you couldn't see me because I was sitting there and nobody was bringing me up. And I saw NSFW. I was like, maybe they can't see me. So I left, and then I tried to quickly click like tune in, right? But y'all know the thing that websites do when they're loading and like buttons shift around while they're loading, like the first few seconds. So when I went to click tune in, the remove post button is right below that. So I removed it on accident because I'm a moderator, so that was my fault.
We forgive you.
I heard spaghetti slurp, and I was trying to get in here to explain spaghetti, the great spaghetti slurp, but Reddit and their bugs.
Their bugs. Your reaction to us not bringing you up fast enough. I get it.
Yeah, that's what that was. I think we lost like 600 people.
They're gone to the ether now. It's all right. They weren't real if they weren't going to stick with us, I'm here for my loyal bros.
I don't think we lost them. I think you kicked them.
I removed all of them. I was angry. I like to throw a tantrum when I'm not invited up.
Oh no.
So were you trying to lurk and you just failed or something?
No, I heard spaghetti slurp, spaghetti slurp, spaghetti slurp. So I had to come up, right? Because it was 3 times. And I came on the talk. I raised my hand. It had the NSFW, so it looked like the bug where for some reason you guys can't see me when I'm raising my hand. So I clicked leave talk while the page was reloading, and like the buttons get shifted around because that's how pages load for some stupid fucking reason. I went to click tune in, and the remove post button was right below the tune in button. So that was like, that took its place as I clicked.
And
I
all of this happened right after they were saying you were on the board for Grindr, huh?
Nice Beetlejuice reference.
Oh, is that, there you go. Somebody gets it. Is that what was being said? That I'm on the board for Grindr? I wish. I'd be getting free money if that were the case.
Well, no, I don't think you would accept the money because, Luce, you have very strong feelings about executive compensation being too high.
Would that be
Yeah, but it's okay if you're gay.
Would that be a bilateral move for you there, Luce?
Bilateral bowel movement, more like.
What? Oh.
Opinion knows what I'm talking about.
Anyways.
Are we making trades? It's we're live. Markets are open, None of that bullshit. Let's talk about trades that we can't make.
I thought the markets closed as soon as you ended the talk.
The markets did drop when I ended the talk. I don't know if anybody caught that.
It's a pretty big drop too.
Or I did notice that. I exited all my cold KOLD now because it's the first day it really hasn't taken off and gone. It increased 20% yesterday. It's shorting natural gas. I had actual shares. I'll watch it for a little bit, and then if the commodity starts heating up, I'll get into some puts.
I have 0 DTE 405 calls for SPY.
Yeah, I would have went Friday on those. I got Friday 404s. I may add to them because they dropped in price.
Go Friday so you can lose money more slowly.
Yeah, I'm tired of losing 0 TTEs. They're loose.
Yeah, market's still moving down. S&P down 0.4. Yeah, 0.44% looks like.
Yeah, that 10-year yield's fallen and the dollar has fallen, but that tells me that the market will go back up here in the next few days, but who knows? Did you see we're at negative 0.82 loose on the differential, which I know you don't care about?
Negative 0.83 was the low, right?
Yeah.
And then 7.6 yesterday.
Yeah, but it was back at 0.8 at the end of the day, and now it was at 0.82 this morning, I believe.
Yeah, it's the deepest since the 80s. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, once that 10-year yield starts to rise again, I'll be scared because that's when if it rises with the 2-year, that's when the crap starts to hit the fan for me.
I'm expecting, the markets keep wanting to believe the Fed's going to pivot soon. I'm expecting that by the time it's a little bit clearer when the Fed can decide to stop raising rates, it's going to be recession time. So whatever people are hoping for, like a big rally, inflation's going down, the Fed is thinking about pivoting. In the headlines, it's going to be recession. We're in a recession. So I think it's going to kind of offset that. I think the fact that we'll be in a recession at that point is going to offset any optimism, at least for the short term. But once a recession is basically called, once it's you never know. You only know in hindsight for like the timing of the recessions, right? But once a recession is called, I think that's the time to get back into the markets or go bullish, historically speaking.
Yeah, once they pivot, I think the last 3 times they've ever pivoted going to recessions is when the market crashed. So, so I think that not crashed, but it dropped every time they pivot. It dropped. So, who knows? But I'm still thinking. I was thinking for the last 3 weeks, 420 was the number, not just because we have a bunch of dope smokers around that come into calls, but I was thinking 420 was going to be the SPY top. So,
420 to honor Adolf Hitler's birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Believe it or not, my wife and I got married on April 20th because there were 2 choices.
Because Hitler's birthday, yeah.
No, we were going to get married on a Friday, and there were 2 Fridays open in April. April the 13th, which was Friday the 13th, and we said no, so we picked April the 20th. And that's when later on we found out people saying, "Why are you getting married on like drug day?"
Oh, see, the good people don't know. It was Adolf Hitler's birthday before it was drug day. And for those of you that think I'm joking, just look it up. 420 is Adolf Hitler's birthday. I don't know why you stoners love that date. You stoner Nazis.
We just we just use it as an excuse to party.
Well, you could have picked
but people have been smoking
421.
weed long before Hitler was born, bro.
You're not a history buff, I see.
Peyote.
Hey, maybe once the Fed pivots, Lucid will finally start ticking up in stock price, Mast?
Well, I mean, they have been producing, so I'd assume so. It's just, waiting for people to get off their asses and actually do some due diligence.
Yeah, if only people did due diligence, months ago when they first started buying the stock that was terribly overvalued.
But then again, all EVs are terribly overvalued, aren't they, Luce?
I wouldn't say all. I think actually Polestar is starting to come down to earth. Well, Stellantis will be an EV stock, over the next couple years. Whatever that guy said.
He said,
He said, buy some of that undervalued Stellantis.
Buy high, sell low. That's what he was saying, I think.
Oh, I honestly want Stellantis to drop like a solid 20%, even 30%, because I loaded up on calls and I was selling puts, but I never got a sign on the puts. I just kept chasing the price up, and I have strike 14s. I wanted to get it signed. I really did. I just wanted some premium while taking on the shares, and then it just took off. So I kind of want Stellantis to drop so I can purchase, like a % of the whole float.
Hey, Luce, what was your target price and date for Stellantis?
I don't do target prices. It's mostly just, okay, is my thesis panning out? But it's very long term. So honestly, like, let's say it just started moving up for no fucking reason. If it goes up to like 25, then I'll cash out like half my calls or something, but like in the short term. But it's totally long term. I don't expect that to happen for a while. Honestly, I didn't expect this rally over the past month or so. Like, that was a little crazy. So,
Well, they have inventory where the other guys don't, especially in the Jeep sector.
yeah, true.
the problem is they overproduce. I have friends at Chrysler dealers, and they're selling cars again for invoice. They're giving them away. So they really jumped ahead of it, overproduced most of their cars.
Yeah, they have so much inventory. They're storing them in like parking lots, like random places. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Hey, which cars are those?
Just
Pretty
look up
much.
Stellantis. They got a lot of brands. Yeah, they have like over 20 brands.
I was wondering which cars are they selling a lot of now? I'm a Mopar guy, so gotta stay on top of all that.
Well, the problem is they're not selling a lot of them. The dealers aren't, at least. Stellantis is trying to sell them to the dealers, and the dealers don't want anymore because they're already full.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks.
Hey, now that we're on the subject of EVs, did you guys see Randall Carlson talking about that new
Good
Hey, buddy,
God.
turn your mic up, buddy.
Oh, my bad.
Step up to the mic.
I'm close. I'm just at work, so my
Just
shit can't be heard there.
Yell the company name. We can't hear anything else you're saying.
Haven't you guys seen those EV talks that Randall Carlson had with Joe Rogan?
No.
He was talking about Mazda having a new type of plasmoid engine that could create almost 0-point energy. It sounded like bullshit and a scam.
Did you say plasmoid energy?
Yes, but it sounded a lot like a scam. That's why I was asking you.
Well, it was on Joe Rogan, so yeah, probably.
And the guy that created it was Malcolm Goodall. I've heard he was involved in a lot of other shady shit.
All right.
That dude's like in outer space. Could hear a satellite passing him.
No, he can't afford to be in outer space.
I believe he said the person who made it was Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm Goodall.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Take that ASTS phone and get a T-Mobile. Jesus.
Hey, since the market cap rule is gone, BBBY is down 7.7%. Coinbase is down like 6.9%. Is anybody crying right now?
Nah, somebody before you got on here went into coin and got out of coin. They were up 75% or some crap.
Tesla keeps on crashing right now, or dropping, I mean.
I should have closed one of my coin positions yesterday, but I opened another 2 today. Premium is just so high, it's hard to resist.
I'm doing diagonals. I'm selling the front month, buying the, let's see, like June's, I think is what I have. But I've been doing that for like half a year now. Close to half a year. But yeah, now I'm buying the Junes, selling the front months. I'll roll the Decembers to January pretty soon. Because those puts are damn expensive. And then it's just been going my direction. So once it goes low enough, if the front month puts go in the money, I just roll them out to the back month and I invert the spread. So like I'll sell like December 40 puts and I'll buy June 35 puts. If it goes at the money for December, I'll roll them out all the way to June, but I'll roll them way down and still get a premium. So I'll turn it into a bearish put spread instead of a typical diagonal where there's a chance I could lose, you know. So that's been working really well. Bit of I mean, it turns it into arbitrage, into a riskless trade. So
I'm just selling cash secured puts and hoping I don't get assigned. But if I do, covered calls at the money.
it's danger. Yeah, they're down 6.5%.
Yeah, but when they're giving you 10% to sell the premium, then you can take 6% down a day, and as long as it recovers, it'll be fine. The only green thing today is Dole.
Nah,
And
there's
swing.
plenty of green.
Cold and SEO are still green, but they're bearish.
Yeah, Euro stocks are green
Haven't
too.
we technically been in a recession like half of this year already?
No.
So, Luce, what is a good oil company to go short on?
To go short on?
Yeah.
Almost none of them. I don't know.
They all have good fundamentals.
Most of the ones I look at, they're either they're either undervalued or fairly valued. Not too many. I mean, free cash flow yields in double digits. Like, surely oil prices come down through a recession, but I mean, at what point is it? Because it's free cash flow yield goes down to like 7-8% for the big guys. Like, that's really high. That's still really high.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess if you want to trade sentiment, I'm looking towards based on FactSet's data, which if you're not poor, you can have access to. Based on FactSet's data, they're saying by second quarter, they're expecting earnings growth to flip for oil. Because I mean, earnings growth was like for the drillers, it was up something like over 300% year over year. And then the integrated oil guys, it was up like over 100% year over year. So they're expecting, naturally that growth's going to slow down. So they're actually expecting growth, earnings growth to go negative. They say by the second quarter. Even then, earnings growth going slightly negative, they're still like knocking it out of the park. They're still by far, in terms of earnings growth, the leader in the markets. They were actually the only reason why S&P earnings growth was positive up until I believe the past month. Like oil energy was just carrying the entire market in terms of earnings growth, but that's no longer the case because earnings growth across all other sectors is now offsetting energy earnings growth.
I've inversed my thesis. I'm going to go long oil now based on what you just said.
Well, I do want to stress the whole FactSet saying that they do expect earnings growth to slow and go negative by second quarter of next year. So with the recession, I do expect oil to trade based off sentiment. So I don't expect it to just be, like good to go and it doesn't matter because valuation is still low. Like, no, I do expect some sentiment to bring oil stock prices down a bit.
Yeah, I just saw this graph on Twitter showing the price of the energy sector sort of still charging higher. Meanwhile, the price of crude, I guess, has really tapered off and started to go down. So there's like a gap there. But I guess, they're still making money either way.
Yeah, and I wouldn't for anybody who's happens to be looking at COVID, it's not a fair comparison for oil. Like you can't look at oil prices during COVID because that was a basically complete global shutdown. You're still gonna have people driving, and U.S. is still, if you listen to what the like the credible economists are saying, the veteran hedge fund managers, they're all expecting a mild recession. So maybe oil prices drop to, like low 60s, but they probably won't get anywhere near COVID prices if you're trying to, guess a range for them.
I would also say globally, economic activity out of China will also have a big impact on oil prices.
True. Speaking of China, they need to adopt in one of the US's mRNA vaccines for COVID because they're going to keep having spreads. They're going to keep having breakouts with COVID. It just doesn't stop, and it keeps wrecking their economy.
Yeah, there was some news last week that I traded on that I thought was going to be bigger. No one seemed to care, but they're allowing Pfizer in there for expats that live in China. So for non-Chinese citizens living in China, they're now allowing them to import the Pfizer vaccine. So I viewed that as maybe Pfizer's way in the door, but the market did not seem to care at all. So we'll see what happens.
That's actually pretty interesting. You say you saw that in an article, news source?
Yeah, that's right. Scholz went and met with Xi Jinping, and they agreed to allow Pfizer into China for expats on, I think it was December 3rd was when that news broke. I can send you the article.
Please do. Noise. For those who are missing a bit of context, China's vaccines have significantly lower efficacy rates than Pfizer's and Moderna's, and I think Novavax is up there too. AstraZeneca's vaccine is over 90% efficacy, and vast majority of the vaccines that China is using are like below 70. So a lot of people were, they were doing essentially what Americans were doing: get their vaccine and say, okay, I'm good to go. I'm going to travel. I'm going to go wherever. But, when you have efficacy rates 25, 30% lower than what it is for Americans, like you're going to get a lot of continued spreading of COVID. So that's what keeps happening. So they keep trying to make their own in-house mRNA vaccine, but they still suck. So, and they refuse to use other vaccines. They were supposed to use BioNTech's, but that was like a year ago, and they never actually made a deal. So, it's like how much longer does China want to keep doing this to where they keep keep having breakout infections? So they need to do something because their scientists, they're not doing it. So the play could be bullish on, say, Pfizer, Moderna, Novavax could be in the running. I'm not sure about them. maybe AstraZeneca, but I think they'd rather go with the US on one of these. You guys alive out there?
No. Sorry, I'm playing blackjack in the Discord.
Copy.
I skipped coffee today, so excuse me.
I'm actually drinking coffee right now.
Aren't you guys shorty and stuff?
Nah, man, I'm trying to buy some sends at a discount so I can sell another covered call.
I opened a short position on team yesterday, yeah, Atlassian. But most of my positions are delta long, so it's lots of red today.
You gonna pick up that call?
No.
No, he did pick up the call.
I've heard so much talk about going short and buying shorts, and then we have a red day, and it's like everybody's grandmothers just died, or you know, the empire just blew up your home planet. Like, what's up with that? Are you not making money in your shorts?
Alderin's gone.
All the gains are gone. Am I right?
You just been looking in all the wrong places.
All my coin gains are gone from yesterday. That's for damn sure.
If you guys are losing money, you guys are at the will of the market. You're not playing it, bro.
Solar's getting beat up today.
I'm making a lot of money at the will of the markets.
Are we
good. That's good. That's good to hear.
Are we playing the market, or is the market playing us?
I don't know, dude. I hold just GameStop shares, so
I don't know, Luz.
Oh.
I feel like the market's gonna rebound from today, and so I don't think anybody who's making money on puts wants to announce the fact that they're doing well, because I feel like by the end of the week they're just gonna be like, "Well, fuck, there it goes again."
A lot of feels. Yeah, all the feels.
I just have a bunch of ERS GameStop shares, though.
Holy shit! Look at Bank of America. Look at it go. It's plummeting.
Is it because everybody's closing out positions on the year?
Oh, I mean, it's down 2.9%. It does suck for Bank of America, but I wouldn't say it's plummeting.
I mean, Credit Suisse was fucked. I think Bank of America has exposure to the same shit.
The two stories, well, there were two stories. One today on Squawk Box, yesterday an article came out, I think it was from Morgan Stanley. I can't remember exactly, who the writer was, but about the banks and how they're going to have less income from loans and more credit exposure and more bad loans coming up. So the news is hitting now that we've said 2 or 3 months ago on here, or 2 months ago on here, that the higher rates are going to cause people not to buy cars and houses.
There was also 80 trillion in swap debt found. It's hidden. 80 trillion hidden. Like, what the fuck?
Scald, tell them about the quadrillions again.
Oh no, yeah, I know about the quadrillions, but it's hitting the news. 80 trillion.
Sorry, someone said my name. What was
up? He was talking about the 80 trillion in FX. And I said, bring up the quadrillions again so that we can keep the trillions in mind.
Yeah.
No, I know, bro. I know the quadrillions exist. I'm just saying that the 80 trillion is hitting the news.
Okay, but like it's hitting the news because people don't understand how Forex works.
No, I know how far it is. I'm just saying now it's hitting the news, so now it'll hit the market.
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but the market, they have a way of delaying.
I will say, Scald, Bank of America has fallen a lot since like last week? It was at 38. So yeah, I guess in a way it is plummeting.
I'm just looking at the puts that are up almost 300% on the day.
I don't see anything on Bank of America. If anything, I only see good news that they redeemed some 3% bonds, and then I know they did. I don't know if they did it yet, but they plan to redeem some preferred equity, which is good. And now they're saying they're going to buy back some shares this quarter. So where's the bad news? Why are they down so much?
That's
I
what they
don't
want
know.
you to think.
I was in and out on puts on Friday, like 0 DTEs on them, made some great money. And then I was looking at getting back in on more puts this week, and then I went to go buy them, and they were already, launching. So I don't know. I mean, that's why I brought it up. I don't know why it's down so much.
My banking sector list: Bank of America is down 2.88%, PayPal is down 2.83%, MasterCard down 2.39%, Visa down 2.23%, Ally down 1.69%, Wells Fargo down 1.45%, even Capital One's down 0.75%.
Google down 1.6.
It's the whole money making off of interest rate sector that's down. Bank of America is just taking it harder than most.
Well, JP's up 0.2.
Amazon's down 2.2. Well, Apple.
Speaking of Amazon, Warner Brothers finally made that deal with Amazon for HBO Max. I mean, it was stupid of them to not make it in the first place, because they essentially made the same deal that they refused to make. Like, what was it, like a year and a half ago? But I think that should be good for Warner Brothers, because it was bad when they didn't make the deal. But who knows if the stock price is going to do well over the next few months.
Robinhood's down 3.5%.
This got IRAs, man. They should be up.
Spot is moving down pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
Meta's down 5.5%.
Yeah,
Oh,
Meta's
wow.
getting slammed. I think it's EU. I think is giving them shit. They want more money, because that's all how it goes with the big tech companies in the EU. They just sue the hell out of them, get hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, see you in a couple years. Cost doing business. Robinhood. Yeah, who the hell wants to move your IRA to Robinhood? And they said they'll match.
They're bleeding.
Yeah, they said they'll match up to 1%, or 1%. It's $60 a year. That's what they're offering you. $60. They rape you on the fees, and then they say we'll give you $60 if you give us more money.
Full tank of gas.
They match 1% up to $60. What?
No. 6K. Like the 6K max deposit for your annual deposit for your IRA. They'll match 1%, which is only $60. That's what they're offering you to move your Roth or whatever 401k to to their platform.
It's clickbait. I mean, a lot of degenerates.
I think the biggest part of that Robinhood push is actually the fact that they're saying no employer. I think they're trying to target a different audience from the traditional people who've got retirement accounts. They're looking at people who are like gig workers, self-employed, and are not like savvy enough to go through one of the more complex platforms. So they're just going to make it real simple. So people want a retirement account. They don't have a job that sets it up for them, but they want one. And Robinhood, I think it's going to work for them, because they're going for simplicity.
Yeah, but who the hell? Nobody respects Robinhood. Everybody just used them for play money and gambling. And they came on, I think it was a CFO or the head broker, somebody came on and said that there are more long-term holders on Robinhood than people think. Well, of course they are. They're all bag holding. They're just, why are they going to sell now? So I think it's nobody respects, no like real investor or trader respects Robinhood as a platform. And the reason why they won't move to Robinhood is because Robinhood doesn't have any leverage. You can go to another broker and you can get 200 free options trades, or you can get a lower rate on lending, on borrowing money, or you can get all sorts of stuff through other brokers. So Robinhood doesn't have any of that.
But Luce, how much money do you have to show up with to get that through those? I don't think Robinhood does quality. I agree with you, but they do quantity. You know what I'm saying?
You're only going to get $60. $60.
But compared to a person who's getting nothing, Like
I
$60.
don't think anyone's $60, man, over a year.
Look, man,
TMQ is up 7%.
hey, I'm not gay or anything, but $60 is $60. You know what I'm saying? So if Robinhood is giving me something and they're giving me $60, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you may not respect her, but you're still gonna put it in her.
Right, exactly. That's Robinhood for you.
Yeah, I don't
that's how
think
you
60
treat
bucks
your
is
money,
gonna
though?
get anybody on their platform for
But
our
that's
like
how
you
you-
still have to transfer your 401ks and IRAs. Why the hell is anybody gonna say I'm gonna do that for $60 when they're already good to go?
I don't
you're
think
right.
they're
No
gonna-
one's going to do it, but it's just something that they should have been offering by now.
Yeah,
If everybody's getting killed by their taxes, they might as well lose the money in the IRA.
I think
Dave's really,
safety's
Dave's
important.
really struggling today. Who could have foreseen that?
Safety is important, so staying away from Robinhood is just as important as saying you don't need a parachute to skydive, but you do need a parachute if you want to skydive twice.
You know, just because of this, I'm gonna open a Robinhood IRA. All right.
Hey, good luck. Good luck with that when Robinhood's platform stops working a couple days a year. Yeah, that's the shit service you're getting. Oh yeah, and by the way, for the people you said not everybody has all that money to get all those added benefits of the brokers. You're right. If Robinhood is going to get all those fucking poor peasants on their platform,
Exactly.
so bullish for for Robinhood.
No, I agree. It's not like a bullish position for Robinhood. I think it's more about just getting the peasants on the platform.
It's neutral.
Credit Suisse is down 7%.
The real question is, are they going to give out their like derpy ass margin and stuff to the people that open the IRAs? And like, are they going to give them just access to options like they do with everybody? Or are they going to restrict it like a more rational broker? Are you
Honestly,
trying
who
to talk
cares? It's
there, Luke?
Robinhood.
I just
What?
told Luke's muting and unmuting.
Oh no, sorry, it must be a bug.
Oh. But I mean, that was my question. Is with this IRA, are they going to restrict the access to like what they have or not? You know.
My biggest thing is, doesn't the founder of FTX own a big share of Robinhood?
Yeah,
Does he?
that's what they said.
That's what he said. They said that basically the dude that had 20
It's going to
billion
take a while though for
is
that
worth
to all work
nothing.
out.
He owns
The Enron of crypto.
float.
Yep, the Enron.
The Enron of crypto owns 9% of the float.
If only somebody told people that the whole crypto space was ripe for scams and Ponzi schemes. What a shame that so many people lost that money. Such smart, beautiful people.
Well,
If
it's
only we
the
could help
Wild
them.
West, man. It's the Wild
If they
West.
actually decentralized this shit, like
Where's CopyZilla when you need them?
But nothing's decentralized, man. The crypto it's an illusion
No,
of
dude.
decentralization.
No, GameStop's NFT marketplace is decentralized on the layer
Hey,
2.
opinion.
In my opinion, no, dude, it's actually completely decentralized.
No,
on the
I'm calling
blockchain.
Mr. Opinion.
Yes, sir.
It's on the blockchain. It's on the Ethereum layer 2.
Wait, what did you say is on the blockchain?
GameStop's
NFTs for
NFT marketplace
Yep.
with
Did you hear that
ZK.
opinion?
I mean, it's like it's the closest that we're getting compared to these actually centralized exchanges. Like they're not working with a centralized exchange. Like if you own something, if you have something on your GameStop wallet, you have a seed. It's like a ledger.
Yes, you don't own the coin unless you own it's on your wallet. If you have an exchange, then they own your coin.
Yeah.
So if
it's
you
not
don't
on
have the
exchange.
key, if you don't
It's
have
better.
the key, you don't own the coin.
Yeah, you have a key. They give you a key. It's good.
Well, yeah. I mess with MetaMask and everything. I'm a crypto guy, so I know all about this jack shit.
Yeah, you got the key so that you hold it, so that you can just securely hold it while you lose all your money.
Well, it's just like the
But that's
stock market.
but
Everybody
asset.
lost all their money in the stock market this year, didn't they?
That's if the asset,
No.
the underlying asset drops. Like if your
Everything.
asset doesn't drop.
Everything.
Wait, did you just compare the stock market to FTX?
No, not FTX.
NFTs.
I'm just saying in general, both markets went down.
Opinion, I think a certain subreddit is leaking again.
No, I'm not trying to.
Oh my god, this guy's like,
bro.
I'm a
Jeez,
crypto guy, and I go on his profile and there's post about Safe Moon. Jesus Christ, there, buddy.
I literally made this. I literally made this
know-
because of Safe Moon way back in the day. But
I'm from Super Stonk.
yeah, things change.
Yeah,
over
no,
time.
you didn't have to say that. We already knew that.
But I'm still spitting facts, though. It's kind of true that it's more decentralized. It's not an exchange. Like the underlying asset has to drop. So if you have a secure NFT, like a NFT, a digitized stock, like a tokenized stock,
A non-fungible token.
yeah, with an NFT, yeah, that's pretty stable. But if the stock drops, of course, your NFT is going to drop as well.
And if it gets cold, my penis is going to shrink. But that's not going to make any of us any money. So who gives a shit whether it's decentralized or not? Nobody's making money off of that.
Not yet.
Oh, the stock market is more fraudulent. That's why we're switching.
Well, wait,
to
stock
NFT.
market is more fraudulent than crypto?
They're I would say they're both up there, but
I mean, they are both up there.
Are you trying to trigger? Are you baiting?
He's baiting, I
no,
think.
dude, the
If you're gonna
DRS
bait, I'm gonna go. I can bait on my own. All right.
He's a
Yeah.
master.
but there's fake shares of GameStop. There's like
You can make so much money off fraud, though. Like,
Dude, I
why
agree.
are you hating on fraud?
But this is why I'm
Like
moving
fraud.
all my money into Cole's Cash. Okay, Cole's
Cole's
Cash,
cash.
because
Cole's
you know
Cash.
there's no fraud there.
Wait,
Hey,
does
you-
Kohl's have NFTs? Why
Kohl's
buy
has-
the clothes? Why buy the physical clothes when you can just buy the fucking NFTs of the clothes?
Dude, you can buy
Oh,
NFT shoes.
I gotta go
and
make
walk.
breakfast, guys.
If you say it's
Well,
in Cole's Cash, you can buy the
Don't make
entire
actual
store.
breakfast. Just buy NFTs for breakfast. It's decentralized. God.
I'm having some fruit. I'm gonna eat some fruit today.
Well, like, since you guys love NFTs so much, we decided to give out like some free NFTs later today. Use the official Reddit app and check them out. No, you guys think I'm joking, but I'm serious.
We're doing
They're
it.
gonna be fabulous.
We all get free NFTs.
They're gonna pump and dump them.
You get a free NFT. You get a free NFT. Everyone gets a free
Thank
NFT.
you, Oprah.
We're like the Oprah of Reddit NFTs.
There
Just
we
print out JPEGs and throw them at you.
I'm
If
ready
anybody
for
wants to see the
WallStreetBets.
cringiest SBF interview, I posted it in the comments. CoffeeZilla interviews Sam Bankman-Fried, and it's 26 minutes long. I could only watch the first minute before I had to
Didn't he cut out?
cringe
Didn't he
out.
cut out when he was asked a question, bro? He cut out when he was asked about his executives and his.
It was just lots of ums and uhs, and
Oh my
I
god!
couldn't watch it. It was terrible.
I saw one interview where he had a
uh,
technical difficulty, and then it went
lost
left.
$8 billion.
All right, so are we thinking we want to wrap this talk up?
Hey, that's a good thought. I had the same thought myself. I don't know how you.
I had it all on my own.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
breakfast.
It was
Now,
like that
see you
time I
guys
went in the
next time.
forest and took peyote and achieved enlightenment and shared a consciousness with my friend. Yeah, I think it's a good time to end the talk.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for your time. See you all tomorrow. We've got our Tex AMA and GME earnings call and some other stuff. So, okay, great. Nice talking to you. Bye.